Find this. Oh, you gotta go to the ceiling device. It's activated now. You see that shit?
Hmm?
Look at that.
What's this? What?
The big ass laser.
Cool.
Hello and welcome back from the Matrix. I'm JD.
And I'm about to press X.
We are the Matrix Bros, and
This is Shadow.
we're playing more Shadow Generations. So,
So we're being mutated.
No.
Oh, this is yeah, okay. This is not good.
dude,
What is happening? Oh.
Doom Spears instead of Chaos Spears. Oh, and he's just like instantly. He's just like, yeah, this is fucking cool.
Shoot multiple doom spears by holding X.
He's not even. He wasn't even confused about it. He was just like,
Fuck yeah.
you gotta hold it.
Oh. I wouldn't have figured that out.
It did tell you.
I did not read it.
You actually did.
I read it out loud.
Yes. But you know,
I wouldn't have figured it out still.
it's just like the seeker missile from Metroid. Anyway,
Am I in a new place? That's another thing. Like, even, like, it's probably a problem with it going fast, but I just never know where anything is or what is going on or...
yeah, I do feel like everything is way too big in this overworld. Like I can't
Still
tell
can't
what's
open that.
I can't tell what's going on at all with this.
Okay, I gotta go through this, I think.
You know what? I think now that I think about it, I think the first Sonic Generations was actually on 3DS. Now that I remember correctly,
I think it was multi-platform.
I think it was on 3DS first.
Wait.
And then they released
Clear
it
Act 2
to.
Doom Gear. Is this Doom Gear?
I should just look it up.
Oh, it won't tell me what this is. Okay, we're playing Act 1 of... Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Okay. What?
Or this might be the exact same game, but it added extra stuff. Or something. You remember that cutscene where it was like showing like the thing in the background? No, this is different. We have not played this one. That is my favorite thing about video games, is questioning what is going on.
Apparently you do that a lot, because you don't pay attention to the story.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Not even in, like, Zelda games?
That's pretty easy to figure out. Go save Zelda.
That's definitely not what's happening in most of Zelda games. At 2011. It's from 2011. It was originally published on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Nintendo 3DS.
Okay.
2011?
So I guess, yeah,
That's way...
That's even before the Wii U.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah, Wii U's 2012. Like Christmas 2012.
that's crazy.
That's when I got my Wii U.
Yeah, I actually got mine in 2012, but not for Christmas. I thought I was late. I honestly thought I was a lot later. I thought it was...
Motherfucker, dude. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like,
It's probably the giant arrow.
okay, yeah, but I hit that. And then it takes me over here. Yeah, okay. We go up here. And then, we go down. No matter what. Okay, well, why didn't it work last time? I just kept fucking falling off.
Because there wasn't a button. You had to switch to the other side of the platform. You know?
No. But yes.
Because these rails,
shit.
that's like one of the game mechanics of the rails. Is you have to switch over the rails so that you can continue.
Fuck.
Like that. Except cooler and more stylish. Here's the thing about the Shadow movie that I was talking about yesterday. So when I first got out of the movie,
You didn't like...
this is
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, this is one of the first things I thought of while I was watching the movie. Is it would have been much better if it was told entirely from Shadow's perspective, right? Because here's the thing. Shadow is actually the protagonist of that story. Right? Like, not Sonic. If you think about it, Sonic actually doesn't have a character arc in the movie. He doesn't. But Shadow does. So Shadow is the protagonist. But it's like the writers...
Wait.
It's like
Sonic has an arc.
Not really. Not until the very end.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. It literally is just...
It honestly seems forced. Like, that character arc at the end is really forced. Because... No, because... And this is what I was thinking about. Like, because I thought about it more. Last night. I was thinking about it more last night. And that's when I realized that Sonic doesn't have a character arc. Because I thought about it. Like... The whole character arc right at the end is really forced. Because he's already solved that, like the theoretical problem that he has with like using the using the Chaos Emeralds,
and then he just decides against it.
He's already solved it. Exactly. He's already like, no, it's the right choice. It's the right thing to not, go off on my own and shit, right? He's already solved that, and he verbally tells us like they verbally bring it up, but then they backtrack on that because they realize, oh shit, Sonic needs to have a character arc. But he doesn't need to have a character arc. Like, I think the writers just didn't realize that the way they wrote the movie, Shadow was the protagonist of their story. And so the movie comes across as really unfocused.
It'd be interesting if Sonic's goal was the whole time just to get... Shut the fuck up.
you walked around just...
I was trying very hard, okay?
It doesn't look like it, but I don't know.
Well, and that's the good thing, because I will never tell you.
Yeah, I just don't know, because I don't know what the controls are like, so I can't say anything,
They're
to be
not
honest.
bad, except for that part, when that happens.
Except, yeah, the controls aren't bad, except for when...
I'm not doing good at the game.
Except for when you mess up, yeah. Then it's the controls.
See, right now, controls bad. There we go, it's finally working.
Anyway, what were we saying? Shadow's the protagonist. You were gonna say something to that.
If Sonic his goal was trying to make Shadow his friend the whole time, which would work better if he was a side character. Like he sees, oh, he's another hedgehog. I gotta be friends with him.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it seems like maybe that is what he's doing already. But he fucking hated him at the end.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a later thing. Sonic has to grow up and realize, oh, I'm Sonic.
What?
I don't know where I was going with that, so cut that out.
No.
I have no idea where that was going.
Seriously, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's always just something. Like, I don't know what it is. There's always something with the writing in these Sonic movies so far. Like,
I mean, it's not too terrible, but yeah, obviously the movie would have been better if it was Shadow the movie.
it's like, on the one hand, the writing is fantastic because they're very faithfully adapting all of this, all of the Sonic property, basically. All the Sonic lore, all right, if we want to call it that. They're very faithfully adapting it. You can tell that the writers have actually done their homework, and they've gone back and they've gone back and actually like read and played and watched the source material. Like, they even make references to Sonic X and Sonic Underground and shit, and they use Crush 40, and they make...
Oh yeah, because Crush 40 just sounds good.
And they've basically entirely used Shadow's actual backstory from the games, with Gerald Robotnik and Maria, and they even named her Maria. Like, that's awesome. But then on the other hand, it's like they've done all this homework and they've done all this, and they're adapting the source material and everything, but it's just like they're not good movie writers.
Yeah, I mean, So yeah, you're just saying like the good parts are the fact that they're just copying everything.
The good parts are like the faithfulness and the fact that they've done their homework. But it's like they're it feels like it's written by like film school students, to be honest, you know? Like it's just not it seems very like what an inexperienced writer would write.
What is this?
Where they're like following these almost paint by numbers plots, like especially with this is what I was trying to like get to with the second movie. Like it seems like it's a very paint by numbers sort of like, oh, we have to put this in because I just straight up don't know any other way to write a movie. Like we have to put this subplot in because that's how every other movie like this has been written, and I just don't know how to do anything else. That's what it seems like. Like it seems like they're just very uncreative, like inexperienced writers.
Attack. I could believe that. All their money goes to getting the famous people, and then they're like, all right, somebody can write this one.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to believe that because obviously they've actually done their homework, which is surprisingly like that should be the bare minimum, but that's surprisingly like
A good thing in the state of...
that's in all of Hollywood adaptational history. That's actually a high bar to cross. Surprisingly. So I don't want to believe that they're just bad writers, but they have all of these like very basic problems. Like principles of writing level problems in their movies. So I just don't know. I just don't know, to be honest. What do you think?
focusing.
Yeah.
Well, this part's fine. This part's easy.
Like,
I'm supposed to jump off at some point, aren't I?
do you think the movie would have been better with Shadow, like, as the definitive protagonist?
I would have liked it.
Yeah, see? I would have liked it.
The idea is definitely cool, and like, and we talked about how... Did you bring it up that how you thought Robotnik in this one was kind of way too cartoonish? Because we already have the comic relief, which is like Sonic and Friends. But then also Eggman is being funny and silly.
Yeah, I just think his character is way too unserious. And way too much of a comic relief. You know, I wouldn't say he's too cartoonish, because he's really cartoonish in the second one.
That's not what I meant, I guess. I meant more just, like, comic relief.
He's really cartoonish in the second one, and that's awesome. But he's just, like...
He's cartoonishly evil, though.
Both of the versions of... Both of the Robotnik characters, Gerald and Ivo, were just way too unserious in this movie.
Yeah, it would have been, like, they kind of did, like, the only thing they really did to, like, hint that, oh, he's gonna be evil at the end, is the...
Oh, that was very obvious.
Well, I know, but they could have made it more evil. Like...
Yeah, he's just gonna blow up the world, and that's his plan. Because, like, I don't know, their plot points, like, Gerald's plot and Gerald's character arc could have been really powerful. And Ivo's as well. It could have been really powerful. Just, it falls flat because they put way too much. They just put way too much into them being comic relief and just like, haha, they're funny old guys. Look, it's Jim Carrey. He's funny. Look at him. Jim Carrey's making a funny face. That's what he does.
Use chaos control, you asshole.
I liked Eggman's character a lot more in the second one, because there was a much better balance between him being an actual villain and him being
What am I supposed to do? I can't do chaos control anymore.
I think you're either supposed to, like, you're either supposed to go fast enough, or if you can't, you have to wait.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there. Jesus. Fuck. Okay, now I have enough for chaos control there too. That was dumb.
Yeah. That was dumb.
He's coming.
Oh shit! This is cool as
Get the
fuck.
fuck out of here.
Oh god.
We gotta keep going.
Oh, there we go. D.
No, I don't think I got a D. No, come on. No!
Oh man, I was joking. That sucks.
That's dumb. This close to a C.
Yeah. That's what it's like. That's what it's like when I school.
Oh. Okay. And what are you learning at
Dude, that's
school?
what it felt like. That's honestly what engineering felt like. That was the worst, dude.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna pass this, and you got a D.
Dude, nobody passes. That's the thing. Like, engineering fucking sucks, and it's a purely cultural thing, right? Because, and it doesn't matter what engineering school you get. Well, it kind of matters, but like not really. This is just the average experience for anyone who's in engineering. Like, no matter what school you're at. Nice. Very good.
Well, I wasn't sure what the hell. Like, he can't die. The
Yeah,
hell
why
is
can't
here
he
for?
die, but he can kill you? That's stupid.
It's really dumb.
Because you ask anyone...
No, don't crush me.
Great. Ask any engineering student from any engineering school, and they'll tell you... They're most likely going to tell you the same thing. That, like, class averages are usually 50%.
Jesus.
Right? And
that's
there's
fair.
no expectation that you're, like, actually going to get an A in your classes. It's just not. The expectation is you're going to get 50%, and then the professor's going to curve the grades at the end. So that you know, obviously, the majority of people got at least a C, right?
So he just gives out free points.
But it's just, like, that's
really dumb.
That's a purely cultural thing, right? Because there's no reason a professor can't design their class such that
They can actually learn what's going.
well,
they need
not
to
just
learn.
that, but there's no reason because it's like if you're gonna curve the grades at the end such that 50% is a C or whatever the class average is a C, and then the distribution goes up from there, right? If you're just gonna curve it at the end, there's no reason you couldn't have just designed a class such that people are getting C's to begin with, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
make
just
any sense.
that is just a sheer question of how the culture is around teaching engineering. Like, why is it that we want our students to be fucking pulling all-nighters and chugging energy drinks and still failing and just constantly stressed that they're failing up until the end when the professor curves it, if they curve it, because some professors don't, right? They get a 50% class average and they're just like, fuck you, take the class again.
Isn't there like a thing that the teachers purposely do that so they can keep their job? It's like, oh, you're actually passing people because people are actually learning things from you, and if they don't, they're just gonna fucking get rid of you.
Yeah, except professors don't have that issue because they have tenure.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, a professor with tenure, in order to be fired, has to be, like, actually breaking the law. Basically. Which, like, to be fair, there's, like, there are certain regulations, like, especially if you're at a public university, there are actual regulations that you do have to follow as a professor, right? But basically, you have to be genuinely breaking the law, like, you know, discriminating against students or, you know, doing other things that would very obviously not be good, like having sex with your students.
I saw 22 Jump Street and they made a joke about that was okay. So it must be true.
It actually happens a lot.
I bet it does.
Professors having sex with their students. Because college kids be horny motherfuckers, dude.
I can't kill that guy either. Why are you there?
Something calls to me.
So, What is that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I think
dude.
it's a key.
It's just some Eye of Sauron. Oh yeah, you unlock a new ability. That's right.
Ugh.
You're basically this is just
kung fu.
that's what I was just about to say. Oh man. Wow, it would be so good if he was voiced by Keanu the whole time, but that would cost too much.
Yeah. Oh, that.
Launch enemies into the air by pressing and holding Y while jumping.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
That's cool.
Press A to appear near the enemy and attack.
Oh, that's too many buttons for me.
It's a combo. Like, you know, like a fighting game.
I'm not good at those either.
You used to be pretty good at Smash Bros.
That's button mashing.
You were like the best in our friend group.
Because I always use the C stick and I always use Link, and he would just fucking
That's true. He's pretty spammy. Just does his fucking
sword attacks.
like up attack.
Well, and then if you use the C stick, it automatically does the hold, so it's super strong, and it's pretty quick.
That's true. He does the launch attack where he swings his sword upward and it launches the characters in the air. That's a pretty broken attack.
Yes.
But also, I would use Bowser, and Bowser's really fucking broken. Like his double kick.
Aim and fire the Chaos Spear. Destroy the targets with the Chaos Spear. Break the set of numbers. I'm not good at challenges, dude. Ring Collector. Try that one first. It's
What
like
were we talking about?
the hub world is set up like Mario 64, except there's no castle. So shit is just everywhere.
Yeah, it's not a great hub world, to be honest.
Like make it, I guess it's Shadow.
No, like
But what's Shadow's like hub world? Just not Green Hills, obviously.
well, this is the Sonic Generations hub world. It's like
As
this,
well, it's the same shit.
yeah, it's in the other. It's the same. As
Well,
the
the Sonic one should just be Green Hills or whatever.
well, no, because they're supposed to be like in between dimensions.
Okay, well then think
And
of something cooler than nothing.
I don't think the design is the issue. Like
Well, no, because it actually gives you something to like, you know, you can plan like
that's
what the fucking
that's true.
shit,
Something that actually gives you a logic
or it, like
on
you
where to
know
find things.
it guides you through like a building, like in Mario, where
Yeah.
you have a fucking giant castle you get to walk through.
It's true. This hub world doesn't really have any logic, so you're just basically guessing where everything is.
And yeah, and it's bare bones or whatever.
The
but-
castle hub world has a logic, like, oh, it's a castle, so it's like I can find things in the rooms of the castle, right?
Like
that
a
makes
courtyard.
sense. That's intuitive.
or any other
Right.
part of the fucking castle.
This one has no intuition because it has no internal logic. It's just shit, just randomly
like-
strewn about.
Maybe it's in the like weird world, but it's like in Robotnik's ship, and you have to go through his ship.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would make sense, because then it would actually be like a place, and then you could sort of intuitively figure out where things are. I think this wouldn't be as bad if things were just not like... If I just don't... I think it's not good that it's one-to-one scale like this, you know? Because, like... You know what I mean?
Explain.
Well, everything in the hub world is one-to-one scale. So, like, the buildings are full size, and Shadow's, like, actually
Tiny.
small, like, very tiny. So you just can't... You, like, can't see anything in the hub world. It would be better if it was
Okay, I can't do a
an
challenge.
exaggerated...
I'm not good at this.
Oh, this is a challenge?
Yeah, I was like, maybe I can collect rings, but no.
It would be better if it was an exaggerated hub world, kind of like in the old Final Fantasy games, where, like...
Like the first one?
Not just that, but, like, even Final Fantasy VII.
I guess, yeah, they had two different, like, they had the little tiny guys for the
Yeah,
bigger
exactly.
world.
You have, like... Yeah, you have the big world.
Which is how I get...
And then...
Wait, do I have to do those challenges to get that key to do anything?
No?
Oh,
Oh shit, it's the sidekick robots.
these look like they're from the movie Robots.
No, these aren't in the movie, which sucks. They should be in the movie because they're funny.
Not the movie, I meant the movie Robots.
Oh. That old movie with Big Weld, the
Yeah.
communist movie.
Pretty
That
good.
movie's great.
pretty good movie. I don't care what you're saying. Just let me play the game, please.
That movie is communist propaganda, by the way, and I love it.
It's a really good movie.
It is, just like the Lego movie. You notice how, like, most leftist movies are actually also just really good movies?
Because they have...
It's almost like there's something intrinsically true about that, about the ideology. Nah.
Couldn't be.
Nah. To be fair, though, there is also a lot of really good conservative art out there. Like, there was on TikTok for a while here. This was, like, last week. On TikTok, there was, like, this sentiment that people were like, there's no good conservative art. Only leftists make good art, you know? But that's just not true at all. Like,
Yeah, have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
You ever seen fucking Da Vinci? Like, hello?
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
The artist Da Vinci.
Oh. I thought you were talking about some movie or something.
No.
I was like, what?
Like, pretty much any art prior to our modern times, you know? Because most art prior to freedom of speech and, like, prior to the Enlightenment was... You basically had to be sucking up to royals and nobility all the time in order to be making art. Like, if you were an artist, you had to be sucking up to royals and nobility in order to make it. Because your entire ability to make money or to have any way of life is that some royal has to put you on their payroll. That's how it worked. And the same went with the same went for science, right? Like if you wanted to be a scientist and you wanted to, or any sort of just academic, you had to be sucking up to royalty or nobility or someone really rich and powerful who could pay you. And then usually, you know, they would build you a tower. Like if you were an astronomer, they'd build you an observatory, and they'd commission like telescopes for you, and then you could observe the stars and shit. And we kind of talked about this before we met. I sort of like loosely brought this up in an Elden Ring episode a long time ago. It's sort of the same thing, where it always has a basis in power. Like the power has to come first, always, necessarily has to. We're gonna go watch Nosferatu.
Spooky.
And when we come back, we'll talk about that maybe.
Probably.
But before then, we'll see you in The Matrix.
Oh, look at that.
Because it's like,
You see that right there? Look right here. Look at this crazy thing. Like right here.
dude, what's that?
No, what?